Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you have a great Monday. We have a great show lined up for you. We welcome the directors behind the documentary Lee Field's Faithful Men. It's something they worked on for a decade, and it came out last month during Black History Month. So definitely want to hear more about that project. Then we'll mind all over social media, Facebook, X, IG, TikTok, and of course our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. If you where you can get our merch, and if you rather watch it, go on our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Please subscribe and comment. We're definitely loving the comments I'm seeing. Please make sure you register to vote. As you know, we have a important election coming up, and if you saw the State of the Union and the response, you want to make sure you're voting. All right, so it is Women's History Month, and today we're highlighting Bessie Coleman. She's a Texas native. Shout out Texas, Brittany. A Texas native, Bessie Coleman dreamt of flying planes. However, as a Black woman in the 1920s, getting her pilot's license in the U.S. was nothing short of impossible. That didn't stop the would-be aviator who, in the face of adversity, learned to speak French, then left to train in France, where Black people were permitted to become aviators. Within 7 months, Coleman officially became a pilot, making her the first Black woman to do so. However, flying wasn't enough for Coleman. She also wanted to perform stunts. After training with the German military aces, Coleman successfully became a barnstormer, or a pilot who did stunts at air shows. But tragically, she did die in a car accident in 1926 at the age of 34. But shout out to Bessie Coleman for being a trailblazer for women. All right. I know we're all a little tired. How y'all feeling on this Monday, family?
I'm exhausted.
Super.
No. Did y'all have a good weekend? My brother came.
Honestly, it was a rough one. It was rough.
It was rough.
You already know what my life is. I'm dealing with a man that just got a kidney transplant right now.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
That's true. My brother didn't come in town this weekend, so I went to brunch with him and his lady on Saturday. And then, daylight savings, I think that has something to do with it too. I woke up, why I was just getting home at 5 something in the morning. Even then, at 4 something in the morning because of the time. Like, what am I supposed to be? Anyway, well, our question of the day is this: true or false? I saw this on social media. Dating does not mean we have to talk every day. Linnea, true or false?
I mean, if I don't really like you, then no. But if I really like you, I mean, Jay and I have been together for 7 years, but
right.
In that 3 years, we've talked every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we want to talk to each other.
Right. Exactly.
You want to talk to someone. If somebody gets on your nerves, you don't really want to. And if you're not that type of person, I have friends who just prefer to text.
Mm-hmm.
But for the person I'm schmoozing, no, and I like you. Yeah. Every day.
Exactly. What about you, Chike?
It's a luxury, not a requirement.
Okay. All right. Brittany?
It's a requirement for me. Because then why don't you want to talk to me? Like, I'm confused. Like, and then to Linea's point, even a good morning text, like, or something, just to let me know, like, you still alive. Like, and I guess it depends on, like, where we are in the dating. Are we just starting out? Or are we, like, hot and heavy, exclusive, like, where our level is? But, yeah, if you like me, you got to talk to me every day. Otherwise, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I agree. I got to talk to you every day. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, like.
But there were some people that said no. I'm gonna read some of the social media comments, which was kind of surprising to me. Here we go. Dwayne says, for me, false. So he's saying you do need to talk to him every day. Krista Clark said, yeah, no. I'm gonna need to have some sort of communication daily. So that's false. There's no time to waste. Will said, depends on the purpose of dating. If we are dating to build on something permanent long term, then yes, we need to talk every day. Jennifer said, true. the level of dating also plays a part into that too. While it's nice, I personally don't hate to be contacted every day, just most days. One girl said true, Katie, and then Eric said, yes, it does. So depends. I guess depends on people. Well, go on X and let us know, true or false. Dating, does that mean you have to talk every day? All right, so yesterday was the Oscars. Who watched? Who watched? Brittany said nobody watched the Oscars. Yeah, you watched?
I watched some because I felt like it was a requirement
Right.
due to my job at the Stephen Knight show.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't fully engaged, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible.
I passed it a couple times, but I didn't really watch. I did see a lot of clips today, but Oppenheimer won big at the 2024 Oscars, coming in with 13 nominations, earning awards in major categories such as Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Picture. Barbie, the other half of the dual box office Barbenheimer sensation, earned 8 nominations, but only got 1 win Sunday night, and that was for Best Song. Other big winners at the 96 Academy Awards were Poor Things, which won awards for hair, makeup, production design, and custom design, and Cillian Murphy, who won Best Actor, continuing his winning streak after taking home the comparable awards at the 2024 Golden Globes and BAFTAs and Screen Actors Guild Awards for the role in Oppenheimer. Emma Stone, and some consider an upset, took home Best Actress for her role in Poor Things, beating out Lily Gladstone, who became the first Native American to be nominated for Best Actress for her role in Molly Burkhart in Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. This year's ceremony took place at Dolly Theater in Los Angeles and features its share of both hilarious and touching moments. Comedian late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel returned to host the Oscars for the second year in a row for his 4th time overall. Oppenheimer won again the most Oscars, including Robert Downey Jr., who won his first Oscar. I want to talk about the Black woman who won for Best Supporting Actress. Would you know her name?
Thank you. Divine Joy.
Devon Joy, and she gave a wonderful speech about how being seen, and I saw another interview. She said that she started out doing music, and her mom's the one that took her to the acting school, and said there's something here for you at the theater. So shout out to her and congratulations. Any highlights? Also the director, he was his first Black director at 40. It was his first movie he won too, for one of the documentaries. That's what it was. But yeah. Any thoughts on the Oscars?
You forgot Core Jefferson for American Fiction.
American Fiction, yes. Yeah.
And definitely Lily Gladstone should have won.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna go there. I'm trying not to be militant tonight.
Right.
But she should have won.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Right.
But we don't know why.
Shout out to all the winners. Shout out to all the winners. All right, so here's a story that's been making the rounds. Draya, the personality, reality show and actress. I think she acts, but she's been dating an NBA player, Jalen Green, who's 22. She's 39. Her oldest son is 22. And now she's getting some flack because she's pregnant. And so a lot of women are saying, well, men do it all the time, date younger women. But some people said it's kind of desperate. Some people say she did it just to have a baby because she had said in an interview before she wanted another child. But she's getting a lot of heat. What are y'all thoughts? I'll ask the ladies first. I'll start with you, Brittany.
I think it's distasteful. I mean, I have a son, and I know that my son is already very protective of me. So for me to go and date somebody his age, he would not be going for that. And I think it's very distasteful. And just to be like, men do it all the time does not mean that we have to stoop to that level. And then also, like, I saw a comment and they was like, the daughter, now you got to tell your daughter that why her brother and her daddy the same age. And that is kind of like, that's just too much. So for me, I can't do that much younger. And then he a first time dad, and you know this relationship not about to last. So now you bringing the baby into another broken home. Yeah, nah, it's not for me. But if it works for her, more power to her. Like, I hope y'all have a good time while it lasts. So, no.
What about you, Lanier?
We're gonna call it what it is. She just want to get a bag from a young dude that's playing ball. Period. That's what it is. Because there's no way that y'all have anything in common outside of being in the sheets. That's it. I mean, but kudos to her for, lurking around in the playground and finding something to play with and latching on to it so she can get some coverage for the next 18 years or however that's gonna work. I would definitely the same way when people say, oh, well, men do it too, you're trying to excuse bad behavior because men are wrong for doing it. You're wrong for doing it. Is tantamount with she's in her 30s, am I correct? Late
39.
30s.
She's 39.
What you got in common with this little boy? He hasn't even learned himself yet.
Right.
He don't know nothing. He's still on the teat. Like, he don't know nothing. And just because he got, I don't even know, like, his position. He's not, I mean, he got a nice little coin, but he ain't,
Right.
so she latched on to what she could latch on to, so she can feel like she's secure. But ask that same question and see where they are in about, I don't know, maybe 2 years.
Chicken, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna quote the great Pearl Elizabeth Evans.
Ah!
And what she would say is, as an adult, you can do anything that you want to do long as you are prepared to deal with the consequences of your actions. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave it at that.
Like, yeah. My mom would say, like, grown folk be grown. But it does look bad, especially when you have kids,
The same age.
Yeah, same age, exactly.
And then 3 baby daddies. And then 1 NFL player, now 1 NBA player, and then 1 random person.
There's a pattern here.
Yeah.
It's a pattern here. I know I'm not that old, but ain't no way.
Draya, the next one needs to be MLB girl. They don't have no cap.
Ain't no way. My son 31. What I look like dating somebody that's the same age as my son and he's 31.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah. Not a good look. All right, well, it looks like things will be getting pretty lit this summer when boxing legend Mike Tyson will step into the ring against Jake Paul. The match will take place in Texas in July. It was officially announced last Thursday, according to Variety. The co-main event and undercards for the event will be announced at a later date. This is not the first time Mike Tyson and Paul have boxed during the same event. Back in 2020, Paul fought in the co-main event in Tyson and Roy Jones exhibition match. Excuse me. Jake Paul reflected on his upcoming fight against Tyson and said, "It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral for knocking out Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard. Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to be one of the boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons." Sorry. Tyson also spoke about Jake's growth as a boxer and added, "He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience of a GOAT." It's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch as I start him off in his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and now I plan to finish him. So Jake was a YouTuber who became a boxer, and apparently he's fought some really impressive people, and he's done well. But have you seen Mike Tyson's recent videos? He still has it. What do y'all think about Mike Tyson fighting him? I'll start with you, Chica.
As a person over a certain age, I'm here for all of it. I want to see it. I want to see all of it. I want Mike to go in and beat Mike Tyson. That's all. Brittany?
I thought Jake Paul was a troll. Like I thought he'd be like trolling the people and like pissing them off and stuff like that. So I don't know. For me, I can't take this seriously. Like, cause didn't he do with didn't he fight the other boxer with the Mayweather? Well, like I thought he'd be trolling people.
He does troll people,
So
but
I can't take him seriously.
it's gonna be on
I'm
Netflix.
sorry.
It's gonna be on
Yeah, I can't. So I mean, I hope it works out, you know, and then Mike Tyson don't fight fair, right? Like don't he
That was all Mike Tyson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to be
He's more
fair,
mature now.
you're talking about Mike Tyson way later on.
Right.
Way later
Okay,
on.
got you. Okay, my apologies.
We
I
ain't
don't follow
fighting ears
boxing.
no
Okay, got you. I'm sorry, I'm not privy upon boxing, so I don't know. But yeah, this sounds like a disaster for me, from what I know these people to be. So I don't know.
Neil, what you thought? What you thought?
So I'm a boxing person, and I'm not a Jake Paul person, whatever his name is. I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion. I feel like he doesn't have a honest respect for boxing, because this whole doing this was, oh, I can do it, anybody can do it. These fights that he has been having are not the serious toe-to-toe boxing matches that I know. Period. When he did that whole night thing with Nate Robinson, first of all, he's way bigger than Nate Robinson.
Yeah,
You're not really fighting in your weight class. Let's clarify that. He's not really fighting in his weight class. But now that we come back to this whole Mike Tyson thing, oh, I'm here for all this foolishness, because even at 58, if you've never seen none of the videos of that man working out right now,
Yes.
the power that he got right now at the age of 58, let's not forget that Mike called himself an animal back in the day. So he might not be young how he used to be, but that mug still hitting hard.
Yes.
Roy Jones would tell you he's still hitting hard. And they had an exhibition fight, and I love Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
But Mike, in his power, all I got to say is, I am so excited that I would just love Mike to go and do what he do best and just knock this fool straight out. But he's not gonna knock. He's gonna play with him, because Jake Paul think he people in his ear. Get your check, bro, but you might want to take the fall on this one, because Mike, he went to your chest caving. Like, you will see his train be like, oh, he got on pads and he hurt him. Come on, son. I probably might have a part.
Yeah, he still got it. Definitely still has it. Well, lawmakers in Florida are working to ban thousands of homeless people from setting up camps and sleeping on public property, according to AP News. The bill was supported by the governor, Ron DeSantis, of course. Counties with approval for the State Department of Children and Families could designate areas for people experiencing homelessness to camp up for a year. Reports state that under the bill, the Senate passed 27-12, anyone living in encampments would be prohibited from using alcohol or illegal drugs. Supporters of the bill will help eliminate the nuisance of homelessness people living on public property and parks. In addition, supporters argue that it will be easier to provide local services to the homeless if they're in one location. Currently, about 30,000 Floridians that don't have homes, and about half of them don't have shelters. So what do you think about this bill, Brittany?
I don't know. I have so many thoughts on Florida. I don't even know where to begin. It's just becoming it's becoming an experiment in my eyes, between the commercials shutting down Miami, now the bill passing, and the HBCU thing. Like, it's just, Florida got a lot going on, and I don't know where that is going with that state. So I'm just interested to see how this all turns out with all this new legislation they keep passing.
And I saw in California, they have a program where because a lot of people think that homeless people want to be homeless. And there's some that obviously don't, they just can't afford it. And so they have a program where they actually get people off the street, and helping them find housing has been helpful. But Linnea, what do you think about this bill?
Florida is being Florida. Florida is showing what Florida is.
Yeah.
With the way that the world is going and how inflation is, you're gonna have more homeless people. Because you don't want to pay people, you don't want to provide them just the basic necessities
Right.
to survive. But you're able to live high on the hog and do whatever you want to do. And it's a shame. And I give props to California because I went to LA before, and their whole situation out there, when people see LA on TV, they just see the fun side. But driving around LA, you see nothing but tents. And people living outside on a daily basis, and like they have, I hate to say it, but they have compounds set up, and these people are actively living on the street. You know what I mean? And they made these compounds so they can have some form of safety, some form of community, because they're all in it together. And it amazed me when I saw that. So Florida turning into something like that and now passing this bill, I feel like Florida is about to fall off the map.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's about to fall off the map along with Texas, with the way that they're going.
Yeah.
Don't speak that into
sorry,
existence.
okay. These laws are just getting crazy. Like these laws that they're passing are just crazy. And I think in Virginia, they just denied passing the Crown Act in Virginia.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
And I start wearing my real hair out. People want to start,
Chike, what are your thoughts on all this?
I'm just sick of Florida. I'm sick of that DeSantis person. Shout out to the people that stand in the gap for the homeless. Shout out to We Out Here Incorporated. They feed the homeless in Florida. Thank you for all the hard work that you do and the dedication that you have to the homeless in your community. Shuffling people around and mistreating them is not the answer to the problem.
Right.
There needs to be some serious reform. And it's not like Florida doesn't have the space or the resources. They do. According to some of the legal maneuvers that are being done in the state, you're actually making the conditions in the state worse, even for people that aren't homeless to become homeless. Like one, you're sending insurance companies running and fleeing out of the state and not insuring people that own homes. You can't insure your home, you won't have a home to live in. So you're creating more homeless. So if you're going to create more homeless, then you might want to come up with a better program to deal with the homeless.
Absolutely. All right, so last story. So a Florida OnlyFans model is upset that her daughter's school has threatened to expel her. Fox 35 reports that Jen Wallander was told that she would have to withdraw her daughter from the school immediately or delete her OnlyFans account. Wallander uses her social media account to advertise on OnlyFans page. Her alias on Instagram is Taylor V. Is one the whole thing, but it contains a direct link to her OnlyFans profile. Students from First Academy Leesburg, a private Christian school in Florida, discovered the OnlyFans account and shared it with their peers. This disrupted classes, leading to the school administration to become aware of Wallander's career choice. A school representative gave the mom two choices. He gave us the option that we would either withdraw her from the school immediately or take down the site, and she could continue with the school year. The OnlyFans model has until March 15th to make a decision. Furthermore, the school claims that Wallander violated the school's handbook. The school cited their handbook in a section titled Parental Behavior, she shared the section. The section says, any parent who intimidates, harasses, provides false information, otherwise inappropriate, interacts with staff, students, or other parents in person via electronic, social media, the internet, or any other manner may be disciplined, trespassed from campus, referred to law enforcement, and or have children dismissed from school. However, one of them rejected their reasoning, saying that doesn't have anything to do with it because I'm not interacting with anybody. Linnea, who's right, who's wrong?
I done told TK this a lot of times, and Jay refuses to let me put my feet on OnlyFans, and I know I can make some money, but he won't let me I can't even put my feet on OnlyFans. So, this whole selective outrage thing about what's moral and what's not moral, when y'all get that tuition money, y'all not complaining because she's going to a certain school. So because I think that there's like tuition money involved.
Private school.
Yes, it might be teetering on the edge, but who found out about this OnlyFans?
The students.
The students. Interesting, because correct me if I'm wrong. OnlyFans got a lot of sexual stuff going on there. So don't you need a credit card or something to join OnlyFans? I don't know. But I'm asking. Was it a student or was it somebody's parent that was all up on OnlyFans minding somebody else's business?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It might teeter the line, but it shouldn't impede that child going to school. But even though at this point, your mama business is out there. So she's going to be pariah for the taking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, oh, it's a catch-22. Baby, let me put my feet on OnlyFans.
There was this actress recently. She was one of those mobs, gangster movies. I can't think of which one it is, but she was saying that she hadn't gotten any work in a long time because of the roles, and so she created an OnlyFans page where she posted tasteful nudes, and she said paid off her mortgage. She was able to pay off her mortgage. So when they say career choice, I don't know if it's a real career choice, but Brittany, what do you think about this? Does the school have a point?
I mean, I do think that once you have kids, you have to be aware that like some of your actions do affect your kids. Because regardless of whether the school found out or not, yes, it getting passed around the school does affect my child. And my son, I feel you, Linnea. I can't even get free drinks sent to me because he like, why he sending you that? Who is that? Mm-hmm. You don't know. I can't do nothing. And he quick to tell people I got kids and leave me alone. So I do think that very much so. It be your own kids. So I do think that as an adult, you do have to be conscious of the fact that your life is no longer your life when you're raising somebody else's. And so I definitely understand that. But this is also a testament. Y'all, please read what y'all be signing to put these kids in organizations and in schools. Like how you don't know the handbook of what you can and cannot do trying to put him in a Christian school. Like, come on now. Like, if you knew you was a porno star before you went to that Montessori, maybe put them in public school. That's all I'm gonna say. Find a really nice public school and use somebody's address and put them in public school. And so maybe Christian school is not the way to go because you gotta sell some news for a little while, or maybe wait till high school till you done selling the news and pay your mortgage or your house off. So
we're not
times get hard.
We're not suggesting using anyone's address that's against the law, but
I'm so sorry. Maybe that's the old way to do it. I mean, I'm just trying to give her other options.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe strip, maybe go to the strip club and strip in the club. I mean, that way you can take the site down. You can get your money other ways, legally. Then not use people.
We don't know what she look like.
We don't know what
we don't even know what she look like.
And think about it. If you're gonna do that kind of work, it's probably you're more comfortable doing it at home, in your own computer or phone or whatever the case may be, as opposed to going out and stripping for people. You know what I mean?
Do them voice calls where people don't call in no more. Like were you calling on the
Do that
phone
anymore.
and
They
okay.
The party lines.
party
There
line.
you go. Do
I
them
don't know
lines.
about them, but you talking about the party line.
Hey, where the people calling on the phone and you got the voice and you be like, yeah,
I
baby.
know.
Yeah. Find another way to make some money, baby.
Cheeky, what are your thoughts?
So for Brittany, I just want to say to you, the way your son now, it's going to come full circle because he's going to get to a point where he's going to be like, take her, please,
Nope.
take my mother, please date her. She needs an activity. She needs
Oh my
something to
God.
do.
Yes,
So it'll
I
come
agree.
full circle.
I hope so, Chike. Speed it up.
It always amazes me how people will sign their name on the dotted line and then want to go rogue and not be beholden to the entity in which they devote themselves to. You signed on a dotted line, you put your child in that school, you should have read the bylines, and that be that. I understand that, you got to do what you got to do for yourself, but because that's your child and your child is in school and you signed the dotted line, you are also in school with that child.
Yeah.
You are also a part of that curriculum because you signed your name on the dotted line. You are the one that's responsible for the dinero. They don't want good Christian money coming from the devil's nectar.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Listen, at least on paper, on front, they don't want that.
Right.
This is
They don't
not the
want-
pastor from Friday.
They don't want that.
Yeah.
They want that good, wholesome cash up front on the surface without anybody knowing.
Clearly in Atlanta, you can go to a public school and then if your kid bully, you can jump on the bus, you can fight the kids, you can go. So that
Wow.
you need to be in that. You need to be in a public school. You get more freedom. So
I can't.
Hey, maybe you should send your child to HBCU. You maybe. Hey, listen.
With the way they
They
closing
just-
them down, we ain't gonna have them no more.
Right.
How about that?
That part. That part. Yeah, I mean, I could see if she had the page, no one knew, but then she got caught. So, you got to make a decision. I mean, to me, it makes sense, because it makes it uncomfortable. Can you imagine if your classmates are looking at your mom's news? You know what I mean? How you going to focus on school?
Put a mask on.
Put a mask on, right? Well, we're gonna leave it there, y'all. Good luck to the mom. Hopefully she keep that money coming in. But Nia and Brittany, thank you as always. Check out See Movie Reviews. And when we come back, we talk to the directors behind the new documentary Lee Field's Faithful Man. Right back after this.